We're back with Sean Gebert from Viti Mercedes-Benz in Tiverton, and we're here to talk about the new Mercedes EQS. Now, Sean, the Mercedes EQS is kind of Mercedes first dipping their toes into the water of electricity. Give us a little background on what's going on.
Well, so appreciate you having me, Jordan. Yes, the EQS, so Mercedes brought the EQS 450, and that was a rear-wheel drive vehicle, and they brought that to the market about a year ago. And now as we go forward, they've introduced the EQS 450 all-wheel drive sedan, the EQS 580 sedan, which is the bigger motor, and then they have now the SUVs, which is the EQS 580 SUV crossover, and then the EQS 450 SUV as well. Will be coming out here in the next few months. We got the E-Class, the EQE, which will be coming out in a couple different versions. Mercedes obviously committed to the electric vehicle. So as of 2025, I think we're going to be looking at pretty much every single model is going to have an electric version.
Sure.
And then their goal in 2039 is to be a zero carbon monoxide, so zero footprint on that. So.
Very neat. I think it's a really interesting looking car. It's a little bit of a departure from Mercedes' normal look, but I think that's mostly in part to aerodynamics, correct?
Sure, absolutely. You can see, so it has the what they call the single bow design, which is makes it a little bit unique compared to some of the other Mercedes that you've seen out there. But it's still EQS, so it's the S-Class. It's the flagship version of Mercedes-Benz. And as we get into it, I think you'll see handling, the driving, the interior, some of the other features of the car will give you that flagship feel that you expect from a Mercedes-Benz.
Sure, so rides like an S-Class. It's just, think of it as like pretty much an electric S-Class, right?
Exactly. So, the handling, the feel, the technology, it's very intuitive, actually very easy to use. When you first look at it, it can be very intimidating because you get in the car, there's a couple different types of screens. You have a hyper screen, which is standard on the 580 version.
Right, the big one goes all the way across the dash,
and
right?
It gives the passenger capability to control the infotainment system, but it's very intuitive, actually very easy to use.
Oh, that's great. That's great to hear. Yeah, I really like the styling, the wheels. I know it has, Mercedes has always had really great headlight technology, and it looks super, super aerodynamic, obviously. So Sean, what's about the range on the 450 and the 580, whether it be all-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive?
So, average 450, you're going to probably see it right around 350 miles on the range.
That much?
And then the 580, because again, you got a little bit more power, it's going to probably be right around 290, 295.
Sure.
We've been seeing with some of the customers that have taken delivery already that they're actually getting a little bit better than what we expected. So again, some of the smart technology that Mercedes has, it will actually help you maximize the range.
Sure, like regenerative braking.
Exactly.
Does it have one pedal drive? Is that a thing?
Yep, one pedal drive. It actually learns your driving. Mercedes technology will help you maximize, so your range, so you get better range with that.
Sure, from a lot of people I'm reading, I mean, it's one of the only companies that almost undercuts what they say the car will do. As a lot of electric companies say, oh, it's 350 miles, and then you see videos on YouTube, people are like, yeah, it's cold out today, it says 190 miles, and it's fully charged, whereas it's a little bit different with these.
And they do that also with their 0 to 60 times as well. So on the 450, they're saying 0 to 60 right around 5.9 seconds.
Sure.
And then the 580s right around 4.1.
Wow,
it's quick, pretty fast. And actually, I think if you even talk to some of the people that have driven the 450, they want to say it's probably a little bit quicker.
In the mid-5s.
Yeah.
Do you need anything really faster than that?
You get to 60, it gets you there pretty quick. So.
Yeah, very, very neat.
Yeah.
So Sean, everybody's really interested in like how fast the cars charge, how that works. Give us kind of a little synopsis about how Mercedes-Benz does it.
So Mercedes you basically have three different ways that you can charge electric cars. You can obviously plug it in with just a regular plug. You can plug it into your house. That's going to take a long time to charge the vehicle. Most people are going to have their houses set up with a 220 outlet, and you're going to be looking at about 11 hours of charging that way. They're going to recommend that you charge your vehicle to about 80% every day, so you can maximize battery life. And then you have the fast charging. You know, actually when you plug in the navigation, there will be a little tile with the navigation that you can find all the quick charging that's available. And that takes about a half an hour. One of the nice things that Mercedes is going to do, they're going to actually give you 2 years of free fast charging, and that's going to basically be right on your cell phone. You'll be able to go right up to the fast charger, scan your phone, and it takes about a half an hour to do.
Oh, that's great. And just like other Mercedes products, do they have the app where you can preheat the car?
Mercedes Me Connect app, again, you're going to have all those services. Just, you know, again, and the cool thing about it is I've, you know, with a couple of the clients that have taken delivery already, you've been able to set their Mercedes Me Connect app, Mercedes Me Charge is what it's called. Set the app up, and then actually we do it inside the dealership, and by the time they come to the car, it's already downloaded to the car. So when the customer comes in and was saying, hey, listen, Jordan's Mercedes EQS 580.
I like the way that sounds.
Yeah. So.
Let's talk about this killer interior. I mean, Mercedes-Benz, I've mentioned, you know, ad nauseum how great the ambient lighting is, but give us a little idea of the technology, a little bit about the passenger compartment.
Absolutely. So this is the Mercedes-Benz Hyperscreen. So you can see it has 56 inches across. It's a huge screen. Obviously,
this
it looks
whole thing, right?
The whole screen. You know, then you have the driver's ability here, and then you have the passenger. So if the passenger wants to, you know, play music, they want to set the comfort, they want to, you know, set the phone, navigation, they can do all that from their seat without bothering the driver. So it's unbelievable technology. If there's a passenger not sitting in there, that whole system shuts off. So
oh, interesting.
So again, then you also have what they call the Mercedes-Benz user experience. So you know, Vin, quick, hey Mercedes, you know, I want my temperature to be 68 degrees. Goes right to 60. Hey Mercedes, take me to Starbucks. Again,
really?
All the Starbucks will show up in the area.
And I'm sure people will be saying that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but again, that's the other thing. If you're, you know, a lay person, you get in this car and you look at this big screen, it's kind of intimidating.
Yeah.
But it's actually, like I said, it's very easy to use. You know, it's touchscreen, it's voice, so it's very easy to maneuver. Again, a lot of these cars have the ability for massaging, you know, ionization with the with the air. So it's a lot of neat things that the system will do. So
yeah, of course, and I know, you know, older voice systems are fairly disobedient.
With the worst, yeah.
But I was in an E-Class the other day, and you can tell it to turn on the heated seats, change the stereo, take you places, and I haven't run into any issues with it yet, as we remember ones from the 90s and 2000s. It was terrible.
It was basically say what you see type of situation, which was the worst, and you had to basically learn how to recite the Guinness, you know, the Gettysburg Address to figure it out.
Yeah,
but
it was very disobedient as well.
Yeah, so this is just so much easier. Again, there's two microphones, both on the driver and the passenger, and it knows if the driver's speaking into the microphone, it's going to do whatever the commands that the driver wants to do, and then if the passenger, it knows the passenger. So it's
really neat.
Yeah, the intelligence of the. It's really easy to use. You know, and it's safety too, because, you know, instead of fumbling around, you know, trying to change the climate or, you know, trying to navigate to a certain place, you can just say, hey Mercedes, and it will get, you know, will do what you need to get done. So
that's great. So Sean, if you want one of these, where can we get them?
You can get them at Viti Mercedes, Tiverton, Rhode Island, Viti.com. Obviously, you can Sean at Viti.com. You can find this vehicle. Again, we've had a lot of people, you know, very interested. A lot of orders we've taken on. Not only do they have the EQS 580 SUV, EQS 450 SUV, we have them in sedan versions. Obviously, the SUV version's a little bit, it's a little bit smaller than the GLS, but a little bit bigger than the GLE. So it's a good size, 7-passenger capability. Like I said, we're going to have the EQE that's going to be coming out. They're going to have a couple different versions of that. They're going to have the 500 and the 350 version, and then we have the EQB, which is a small crossover vehicle that's out, and it's been very popular. A lot less money. Those are going to start off, probably like in the low 60s for those vehicles.
That's great.
Again, you're going to also, with all the electric cars, you're going to get 2 years of free maintenance on these vehicles. So
fantastic.
2 years of complimentary service. So.
Cool.
But yeah, we're excited. Again, Mercedes is committed. They have a battery factory down in Alabama that they'll be putting a lot of these cars together down in where they do the GLSs and the GLEs right now.
Oh, neat.
So yeah, Mercedes is committed, and it looks like that's where we're heading in this world, and so we're excited.
Awesome. Well, Sean, thanks so much for coming in. I really look forward to talking to you about future Mercedes products, and as always, good to see you, Al.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Thanks.